what does the Bible say about men having long hair? All right. I hope I don't offend anybody here, because I think there's some loving Christian men that have, long hair. Some suggest that Jesus his hair was a little bit longer. I don't know that for sure. What I do know in the Bible is a couple principles. One, it says that men and women should not dress like the opposite sex. All right, so I do believe that men should look at the culture they're living in, and if the culture they're living in, the men have short hair, they should have short hair, because you don't want to give an appearance of evil. And if your culture men mostly have short hair and then you have long hair, to me that's violating that principle, because in that culture you're dressing as a woman. Now, I don't want to go overboard. I don't want to go too far. Your hair doesn't have to be as short as mine. Some people have a little more on the sides. Maybe it comes down a little. As long as it's trim and neat. I'm not trying to give it's got to be this long or whatever. I'm just saying generally we want to avoid the look of a woman if you're a man. If you're a woman, you want to avoid the look of a man. All right, that's one principle. The other principle is the Bible says that we are called apart to be distinct and separate from the world. And so certain hairstyles and certain dress are actually often associated with rebellion. Okay, so for that reason, I would avoid haircuts like a mohawk. Again, real long hair for men. Those in our culture, those hairstyles are associated with rebellion. Okay, and people say, well, you can't worry about other people. Well, we live with other people, and we're not to make a stumbling block for others. All right, so it does matter what other people's perception of us are, because that could be a stumbling block for them. That could draw them further away from God. Okay, so we need to make sure that our hairstyle, and listen, God allows variety. Okay, there's some women that have, ponytails. There's some that have more bobs. It's all okay as long as it's modest. I'm not saying you have to have a particular hairstyle. I'm not saying men have to have a hairstyle like mine. It can be different as long as it's following those biblical principles, modest, not joining with the world with rebellious styles, and not dressing like the opposite sex. Okay, good question. If this video has been helpful to you, please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the next video for more clear Bible answers. And please consider becoming a Patreon for daily devotionals. May God lead and bless you on your journey.